Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing this series of videos with respect to Berachot, Brachas, blessings. There are a lot of blessings, and you may be wondering, listen, if I'm going to be making blessings before these commandments and grace, saying blessings over food and over drink, which kind of food, which kind of drink, mitzvahs, things if I see rainbows and lightning and thunder and I see meteors, I mean, where do I find all this stuff? Well, fortunately, if you have a complete Siddur, a Siddur, a Jewish prayer book, you will sometimes find, hopefully if you've got a good Siddur, you will find an entire section on blessings. You'll see here, blessings. And as you can see, these are categories of blessings. And there's blessings, the Birchat Hamazon, the grace after meals. There's compensatory blessings if you've done something wrong. Grace in a house of mourning. Blessing over foods. Marriage, Shiva Brachas, part of the days after a marriage, a bris, a circumcision, pidyon on a ben, redeeming a firstborn, blessing over drinks, fragrances, foods, commandments, blessings of praise, blessings of gratitude, blessings if you've had a potentially life-threatening situation, blessings that when you hear that somebody, Chas v'sholom, has died, you can find them there. There are entire books of nothing but brachas, textbooks, and some of them are really well set out. Every possible blessing for every possible kind of food, every possible kind of thing. What's the blessing for an onion? Actually, the blessing for onion, it's not what you think. I often joke with people that the answer to virtually every legal question is it depends, and I'm not going to get into too many details. I'm deliberately trying to avoid getting into the subject of why certain blessings for certain foods seem counterintuitive, because just briefly, and I really don't want to get into this, people say, well, there's blessing for fruit and there's blessing for vegetables. It's not really that easy. It really isn't. Because what our concept of fruit and vegetable is not what Judaism thinks it is. So, for example, pineapple's a fruit. Brei Pri Adama, because it comes from the ground. A banana, that comes from a tree, it's a fruit. Brei Pri Adama. What we call a tree that the banana comes from, it's not halachically a tree. Something's on the ground, a strawberry, it's a fruit. Nope, it's Brei Pri Adama, it's come from the ground. Blueberries, very close to the ground. Brei Pri Etz. Why? Because the fruit comes from a twig. Don't get too bogged down with this. Don't have your head swimming. You will get used to it very, very quickly. And but don't get to the point where it's so much like second nature that you lose track of the fact that by saying the bracha, you are increasing God's presence in the world and your awareness of God's commandment or his creation. Never get so used to it that it just rolls off your tongue without a thought. God forbid. Because when you do the most ordinary of things, as I said in a previous video, use it as an opportunity to increase God's presence. Make it holy. And never lose that. Never lose that track. You never want to stray away from that. We're going to be doing more videos on the subject of brachas. Until then, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you so much.